Cappy Devlin, welcome. Good to see you.
Oh, it's very nice to be here and very nice to meet you.
Yeah, I'm very interested in talking about your business, which is Cappy Devlin International Inc., that you founded in 1973. So you've been in this business a long time, and of course it's well known your business as Cappy's Travel.
That's right.
1973, and you've been doing this all these years, the same business?
Yes, the same owner, 100%.
You must love what you do.
Oh, I'm passionate about what I do.
Is it true that you've traveled more than 1 million miles?
Yeah, I'm over the 1 million mile thing.
That's like that George Clooney movie.
Right.
A lot of frequent flyer miles. Let's backtrack just a bit, because I read somewhere that you were working for Reader's Digest at one point, and they gave you a leave of absence for a few months, I guess, right? And you decided to use that time to travel.
That's right.
Is this where you got the travel bug?
Well, I've always had the travel bug, but I came from a family where they weren't traveling. My mother, my father weren't traveling. So after I had this, I had done a project for Reader's Digest, and they gave me this 3.5-month leave of absence. Yeah. I went off to Europe. First for a couple of weeks with a friend, and then I was on my own, and it just turned my life around.
Yeah, what did you learn on that 3.5-month travel deal? What did you learn about traveling?
I found, very surprisingly, how generous people were.
Huh.
Yes, seeing a young girl alone with it, going out of their way. Some took a whole afternoon out of their business. Some, it was just remarkable.
Yeah,
and
a stranger.
Here you are, a stranger.
Yeah.
And I found huge generosity among people, and I try to hold that.
And remember that.
And remember that, and pass that on to our clients.
Yeah, yeah. Now, Cappy's Travel is also known as the luxury travel agency. What does that represent? What do you mean by luxury travel?
Well, luxury travel is probably of the more of the 5-star, 4-star hotels with that.
Okay,
yes,
okay.
with that. And also with luxury travel, I'm now a Virtuoso Member Agency.
What does that mean?
Virtuoso is the most prestigious and powerful travel network in the world. And you have to be appointed. You can't buy into it. There's only about 355 or plus agencies. And actually only 1% of travel agencies in the United States are part of Virtuoso. So it's a very significant.
It's an honor.
It is a great honor.
Now, since founding the company in 1973, you've worked with people and organizations, I read, in more than 100 countries.
Yes.
All over the world.
All over the world.
So you're not, even though you, as you said before, you're based in Mount Kisco, but you work with people regarding travel in 100 different countries.
Yes.
Tell us about that. How did that happen?
Well, a lot of the countries, like Russia, they came up with other names with that. So, so if you've been going, yes,
that's true.
That is true. Africa is the same with it. So the 100 countries, probably even a little more now.
All right. Explain to us what the corporate initiative programs are that you work for and with.
Oh, well, lots of people in the travel business, you do, like if you're going to Pittsburgh, taking things. What I do with corporations, I try to do incentive programs for them. And in the last couple of years, it's been a little difficult, but now it's coming back.
It's coming back.
And I was the first one with Toyota, to experience having family incentives. Because if you're just a couple, and then you have to get babysitters or grandparents taking care of them. But I thought that if they could, their top winners could be with the top executives, one-on-one, and their children getting together and having such a good time. And we did this for many years, and it's very, very successful.
Yeah. Those who are interested in destination weddings, which are becoming very popular.
Oh, yes.
Because every time I go on vacation, I see these destination weddings and family celebrations for golden anniversaries and things like that. What do you do with these organizations and families that want destination weddings and family celebrations? What do you offer them usually?
Oh, we do everything, soup to nuts. It all depends what they want.
Did want to mention, in 1979, you were invited to bring one of the first groups to the People's Republic of China. And you were honored in Beijing by the Minister of Culture and Tourism
A lot.
for your services to them. What a thrill for you.
Well, I'll tell a little story about
Please.
how I got to that
Please.
with it. I just walked out, and I walked down to the Chinese consulate, had just opened, and rang the doorbell.
Yeah.
And then the Chinese person came down and said, hello, and I said, oh, I'm just welcoming you to the neighborhood. And that person didn't know really what I was talking about, went
Really?
up and got this gentleman who was head of that, and I said, I just want to welcome you to the neighborhood. That man never forgot that. And so
Wow.
when Deng Xiaoping was coming to the States, yeah,
It's a great story, Kathy.
right, and that's how it started. And so I got a great invitation to take a group there.
By knocking on a door on 66th
That's right.
Street in New York
Right.
City. So you never know.
That's right.
Wow. And then, of course, the honor that they bestowed upon
Oh,
you because of
yes.
the job that you did with them must have been a big thrill.
And we took, I did a group about 30
Yeah,
of
sure.
all different, you know, from the medicines, from lawyers, from anything, just to have a whole random things of people doing, teachers and everything, brought them over.
Cappy, during your illustrious travel career, you met some extraordinary people. Some of them I got to see in some photos today that included James Earl Jones and Gerald Ford and Johnny Mathis. How'd you meet all these great people?
Oh, I've had a great life.
It sounds like it. One of my favorite pieces of memorabilia was the photo from Mother Teresa. Tell us how that came about.
Well, she was in the Bombay, now it's called Mumbai,
Yeah.
airport, and she saw some young Americans there with it, and she was with her other sisters over, and then she said, well, where is Mrs. Cappy? And then I had to say I was down in Madras.
Yeah.
And she had her little paper bag, which her lunch was in.
Yeah.
And she said, I want to send her a message. She took her lunch out of the paper bag and wrote this most beautiful message to me that is the closest to my heart. I keep it on my wall of inspiration in my office.
Cappy, that piece should be in a museum.
I think so,
It's
too.
priceless.
It is priceless, yes. It's my most treasured.
I'm sure it is.
I have with it.
This is what, in a recent article about your 39 years with Cappy Travel, this is what you said in the article. You said, I have the DNA of an entrepreneur, the love of travel and the deep desire to bring joy and delight to everyone who comes to our agency for a marvelous trip. So this is not only a job for you in a business, it's really a labor of love.
Right. Do you know our mission is the world is open to you. Experience it.
Yeah, a lot of
That
people
says that.
forget that. It's a big world out there,
big
and they don't take advantage of travel. You're almost 40 years in the business. You're an expert in the business. What's the best part of what you do?
The best part of what I do
Yeah.
is that I know I have given the best prices, that we are giving you the best knowledge we have, the best expertise, not based on whether I get commissions for it or not, but what is the most important thing for you. And the other thing is that we listen and we make our clients very comfortable. And up in our agency, there's a lot of humor around. They're relaxed. They can bring their children in with that. And it's a very, very wonderful experience, and a great, my heart just goes out to it. And so even through the difficulty these last years, I stayed there, we were there, we took care of everybody that wanted to go somewhere. We were going to get them in a nice place.
And one thing you didn't mention is there's a lot of trust involved, because
Yes.
you are basically, Cappy's travel is really like a travel insurance policy with all your experience.
That's right. That's a good way of saying it. Thank you.
Yes. Well, I just want to say one more time, thank you so much for stopping by. And I wish you another 40 years of success in the travel industry.
All right. Well, thank you. Yes, I look forward to that.
And we do as well.
Okay.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Cappy.
Mickey.
You're welcome.